A round, chubby little frog stands on the sand, opens its mouth, and lets out a high-pitched squeak that sounds almost exactly like an angry dog toy. That single video has been watched millions of times, shared as the grumpiest, cutest animal on the internet. Almost nobody watching it actually knows what that sound means, where this frog lives, or what's quietly happening to it right now because of that same viral fame. This is the desert rain frog, found in one of the strangest places any frog lives on Earth, a narrow strip of coastal sand dunes running along the edge of Namibia and South Africa. We're talking about a stretch of land barely 6 miles wide in most places, squeezed between the ocean and the open desert, with almost no standing water anywhere in sight. Let's clear up that famous squeak first, because the internet got the tone completely wrong. That sound isn't playful, and it isn't happy. It's a distress call, produced specifically when the frog feels threatened. An actual scream aimed at whatever just picked it up or got too close. Every viral clip of this frog complaining at a human hand is really footage of a small, frightened animal doing the only thing it can to try to make the threat go away. Everything else about this frog makes a lot more sense once you understand where it actually lives. This region gets barely 2 inches of rain a year, which should make it impossible for any frog to survive there at all. Instead, this species solved that problem by mostly ignoring rain entirely and relying on something else the coastline provides almost every single night: thick rolling fog rolling in off the cold Atlantic Ocean. The frog absorbs moisture directly through its skin from that fog and from the damp sand it burrows into, which is exactly why you'll almost never spot one out in the open during a dry, clear day. It spends most of its life buried a few inches under the sand, only coming to the surface at night when the air is cool and full of moisture. That round, almost inflated-looking body isn't just for cuteness either. Short legs, a stubby build, and skin adapted to hold on to every bit of moisture it can absorb all serve the same purpose: surviving in an environment that offers almost no water at all. It doesn't even go through a normal tadpole stage the way most frogs do. There's no pond nearby to raise tadpoles in, so the eggs are laid directly in damp sand and the babies emerge fully formed as tiny froglets, skipping the whole aquatic phase most frogs depend on. Now here's the part almost nobody talks about, and it's exactly why this video exists. Just this month, conservation scientists officially reclassified the desert rain frog status, moving it from near threatened up to vulnerable on the Global Conservation Red List. Its entire population lives inside one of the most heavily mined diamond regions on the planet, and new industrial projects, including a large proposed energy development, are expected to disturb a significant portion of its already tiny habitat within the next couple of decades. But there's a second threat here that's much harder to swallow, because it's connected directly to the same viral fame that made this frog famous in the first place. Conservationists have specifically flagged a rise in demand for this species in the illegal pet trade, tracked directly back to that viral video of the frog's distress call going around online. In other words, the exact same fame that made millions of people fall in love with this frog is now part of what's putting it at greater risk, driving people to want to own one of the very animals they watched, get scared into screaming. So the next time that clip shows up on your feed, you'll actually know the full story. That's not a grumpy internet celebrity having a funny moment. That's one of the rarest frogs on the planet, living in one of the smallest ranges of any amphibian species, doing the only thing it knows how to do when a giant hand suddenly picks it up out of the only home it's ever known. If this changed the way you look at that viral frog clip, Hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who had no idea the real story behind it. Let me know in the comments, had you seen that viral video before, and did you know what that sound actually meant? Subscribe if you want more videos uncovering the real story behind the animals that go viral for all the wrong reasons. See you in the next one.